One of my friends, he is very interested in meditation.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so he even goes to camps where like they stay in a room for 1 month, no talking to anybody, just
Wow,
meditating all day.
that's serious. Yeah, I actually just started a teacher training for meditation. I'd like to include a little bit more in the classes. It's definitely a part of
Yeah.
one of the gifts of yoga. It's a meditation practice. And I find kind of in the main, generally classes don't include the meditation piece. And I think particularly as you get into a certain stage of life, meditation
Yeah,
is,
it really helps.
yeah, really beneficial. So my yoga practice doesn't look like it did when I was young. It's not
There
supposed to.
is one guy in India, Baba Ramdev. Have you heard about him? He does lots of videos about yoga, like with something about breathing.
Oh,
So you could look at those. They might help you somewhere.
yeah.
He is like very like he is a Baba who is like he does lot of yoga. He just does that.
Oh, how do you spell his name?
Write it down in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, I studied in India for 2.5 months. So is that where you're from originally?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Whereabouts in India?
I am from the western part of India.
Oh,
No.
yeah, I went to Chennai.
Yeah, that is south. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to go back, but I don't want to go back without my husband. Oh, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, the breathing exercises are really important to me.
He does a lot of yoga, but those ones were very famous when for some time, like breathing exercises. That became very famous.
And he's still teaching, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He does all of funny. He tried to go into politics, and he tried to do everything which he shouldn't have done, but still his yoga is good.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Okay, want to start? It's 12.
All right, so I'll start now.
Yeah.
And are there any panelists? I know one of my students is coming for sure. So good afternoon, everyone.
Nobody has joined yet.
Oh, sorry.
Nobody has joined yet.
Nobody's joined yet. Let me know when to start.
Sure.
Start? Okay. So good to go?
No, nobody is there.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, now people are coming.
Yeah, they'll probably show up.
Let me admit them. Okay.
There we go.
I will vanish and then I can start the, let me know when to start the video.
Sure. Okay. So I'm ready anytime you want.
So you want me to start the video first?
Sure.
Thank you for attending this Connect Together event. During this event, we have automatic closed captioning available. Please go to the bottom of the Zoom meeting, click live transcript, and then show subtitles to turn them on. Before we begin, we'd like to take a quick moment to let you know how you can join an opinion research panel made specifically for British Columbians living with disabilities.
For 25 years, the Disability Foundation has been fostering meaningful experiences for Canadians with disabilities through outdoor recreation, social connectedness, innovative adaptive devices, and more. Today we are asking, how has the pandemic affected you? Help strengthen decision makers' understanding of your needs and experiences by joining an online opinion research panel consisting solely of people with disabilities and their caregivers. Make a difference in your community today. The Disability Foundation. Reimagine what is possible.
Did you know? Young adults with disabilities have a harder time getting hired. Break down barriers by sharing your story. Take our survey.
Okay, you're good to go.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a seated adaptive yoga practice. So thank you for joining me today. And pardon me, as always, I'd like to invite you to begin a yoga practice by finding a comfortable seated position. Sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. It is challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. And then when you're ready, if it's easy for you, bring your hands into prayer. And then an invitation to take a moment to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. And setting aside whatever was going on for you before the class for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. Release your arms down by your side, turn your palms face up, shake your hands vigorously. If anything I share with you does not feel comfortable, if it doesn't feel right, skip it and come back to your breathing. When we're focused on our breath, we are practicing yoga. And so I thought today I'd share a practice with you that my teachers from India shared some time ago, graciously, and it's a practice to help strengthen our lungs. And so for this, an invitation to rest your hands, palms face up on your thighs to your knees. Lower your head, close your eyes. And then on an inhale, reach your arms up, bring your hands up to your forehead. Arch your back. And so we're stretching our lungs vertically. And then float your arms back in. So bow your head to your heart, eyes are closed. On inhale, reach your arms up. Taking your hands to your forehead. Arch your back. Exhale, float your arms down. And so essentially there are three movements. So that was the first one. The second one, on an inhale, bring your arms out to the side. And then take your hands to your shoulders. Inhale, expand, open. Float your arms down. And as you're ready, on inhale, extend your arms up and out. Take your hands to your shoulders. Inhale. Extending our arms out to the side, float your arms down. And so this next movement is to help open up our intercostals. And so when you're ready, release your arms by your side. And then cross your arms over the crown of your head. Relax, exhale. On inhale, stretch your arms up and release. So one more time on inhale, reaching up to the sky. Cross your arms on the crown of your head. Relax. Inhale, stretch up a little further and release. And so from here, I'd like to transition into 2 breathing exercises. And so the first one is called 1-to-1 ratio. So it's when our inhales and our exhales are the same length, same duration and quality. And so I'll cue you with the count of 3 on the inhale, count of 3 on the exhale. So hands are resting comfortably on our thighs, up or down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And wherever you are in your breath cycle, inhale through your nose, exhale slowly, and we'll begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. 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 Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so the second breathing exercise is called alternate nostril breathing. And so for this, take your hand up to your nose and block off, using your thumb, block off your right nostril, inhale through your left. Release your arm back down. And the other side. So bring your thumb up to your left nostril, block off that nostril, inhale through your right, and release. Block off your right nostril, inhale through your left. And release your hand back down. Block off your left nostril, and this time inhale to the right side of your brain. And release. Block off your right nostril, inhale to the left side of your brain. And release. Bring your hand up to your left nostril, block off your left, inhale to your right side of your brain. And release. So notice if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. And so anytime we practice these lovely, simple yogic breathing techniques, it acts in a way like a bridge between our body and our mind. So when you're ready, arms by your side, palms face up, and wiggly fidgets again. So shake your hands vigorously. And so just maybe a bit of housekeeping. So if you know that balance is a challenge for you, make sure that you have whatever you need, whatever device you need to keep you stable. in your chair. I like to have a yoga block between my feet, if you happen to have a yoga block, to cue hip distance apart from the knees and the feet. I also like to have a yoga mat. If you happen to have a yoga mat, this can feel a lovely place along your spine. And what that does is help to counter some of the contracting we do in our chest, which of course we know is hard on our lungs and heart and so on. And so lastly, I would have maybe a folded blanket. I always have my favorite blanket close by for the end of the class for the final relaxation and meditation. And so soften your gaze, ground down through your sits bones, soften your abdomen, lengthen up through your spine, roll your shoulders up, back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. And from here, we'll transition into simple neck rolls. And so the moment we begin the simple neck rolls, this is a cue for our nervous system to calm down. So our Buddha belly is soft, breath is quiet. And when you're ready, reverse the direction. So see if you can resist the urge to move your head to its full range of motion. Move your head up and down as if nodding yes. On inhale, look up. Draw up your chin towards your chest. Inhale, look up. Draw up your chin towards your chest. When you're ready, turn your gaze looking past your shoulder. Pause. And then visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. When you're ready, move your head back through center, gazing past your opposite shoulder. Pause. Imagine moving your chin up and down slightly. When you're ready, bring your head back through the center. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand. Reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Our head comes back center. Palm face up at the heart. So 3 more times, same side. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand. Reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back center. Palm face up at the heart. So 2 more times in your own time and rhythm. And finish up the movement that you're on. Relax your arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs. Take a moment and we'll begin the practice on the other side. So as you're ready, draw up your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm by your side. Pushing through the palm of your hand. Reach your arm up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back center, palm face up at the heart. Drop your ear towards your shoulder. Release your opposite arm by your side, pushing through the palm of your hand, reaching up to the sky. Slowly float your arm down. Head comes back center, palm face up at the heart. So 2 more times in your own time and rhythm. And finish up the movement that you're on. Release your arms by your side. Rest your hands on your thighs. Palm up or palm down as desired. And notice how's your breath. Notice any subtle sensations. And so let's release some of the tension in our face. So we're going to do a little bit of face yoga. We're going to be making some nasty faces. And so when you're ready, open your mouth wide. And release. Open your mouth wide again. This time, see if you can bring your lips over your teeth. And release. This time, an invitation to bring all your facial muscles towards your nose. You just put into 11. And release. Make a soft fist, bring it up to your jaw, create resistance. Other side. We hold a lot of tension in our jaws, sometimes taking this in from one day to the next. When you're ready, bring a soft fist to your third eye, middle of your forehead. So when we put gentle pressure here, it is calming for our nervous system. When you're ready, reach your arm up and over, place your hand on the side of your head, and again, creating resistance. And switch sides. And then take your fingers to the base of your skull and then gently press your head with knee against your hands. So if you're not able to reach back there, if you happen to have a headrest, press your head, try pressing your head against your headrest. And release. And so shake out again. So stretch your arms in front of you, stretch your palms, take your fingertips to your shoulders. Stretch, fingertips to our shoulders, and stretch, fingertips to our shoulders. And now alternate from side to side. Motion is motion, so we're getting that synovial fluid going into all our joints. So Mother Nature's WD-40. Release your arms by your sides, spiral your palms open, take your hands to your shoulders, and then draw circles with your elbow points. See if you can create a little half smile, like a little Buddha smile. And then reverse the direction. And pause anytime you like. And slowly put your arms down. Rest your hands on your thighs. I'm feeling the work. So movements for our hands. So stretch your palms. You might imagine starfish. And then bear claw, soft kiss. Stretch your palms. Bear claw, soft kiss. And stretch. Bear claw, soft kiss. Circle your wrists in one direction. Circle your wrists in the opposite direction. So maybe noticing, is one wrist tighter than the other? We tend to be tighter on one side. And then air piano. Turn your palms face up, circle your thumbs in one direction. It might be micro movements, visualizing the movement. And then circle in the opposite direction. If possible, reach your thumb over to the base of your pinky and open. Reach across your pinky and open. And then when you're ready, bring the backs of your hands. I think I have a wrist brace on, so I'm going to take this off for this piece. And so backs of your hands pressed together. On inhale, reaching up a little higher. And when you notice your hands coming apart, moving apart, pause. And then place your hands in prayer, draw your hands down. And when you feel the heels of your hands begin to part, pause there. Stay. And so one more time, back to your hands. And you're reaching up a little higher. Hands come together in prayer. Move down. And your hands a little shake out. So interlace your fingers, or maybe taking hold of your elbows, up to you. And imagine you're drawing the infinity symbol. And then reverse the challenge, or reverse the movement. So you might find this a little more challenging. And then when you're ready, release your hands, extend your arms up to the sky. So extend beyond your wrists, beyond your fingertips. Fold your fingers in, press into the palms of your hands. Or maybe it feels okay to place your hands on the back of your head. And together we can shout out, I am. I can, and I will. And with a sigh of relief, float your arms down. Oh, shake out. Okay, so now I'd like to invite you to reach your arm in front of you. Gazing past your thumb, draw your arm across the front of your body. Bring your arm out to the side, so gazing past your thumb. Turn your palm face up and then reach up and over. And float your arm down. And we'll repeat the same movement on the other side. So arm stretches out, gazing past your thumb. Draw your arm across your front body. Open up, bring your arm out to the side. Turn your palm face up and then reaching up and over. And float your arm down. So we'll practice this one more time. Extend your arm, cross over your front body. Extend your arm out to the side. Turn your palm face up. Inhale, reach up and over. Soft bending your elbow. Float your arm down. And one last time, other side. Gazing past your thumb. Open, up to the side, palm face up. Soft bend in your elbow, nothing rigid, reaching up and over. And float your arm down. We'll shake out. And so let's roll our shoulders up, back and down. You're feeling your shoulder blades moving towards each other. And then forward, down, and back. So collarbones squish towards each other. And now begin to move your arms in ways you don't typically move. And so if it's helpful, you can maybe imagine your arms like seaweed, and seaweed at the bottom of the ocean. And the seaweed is making its way up towards the light. So stretch into the stretch. Get bigger in space. We tend to shrink. Now we're getting into the deeper tissue in our body, connective tissue. Notice where your body's talking to you. Bring your breath to that area. So breathe into that space. And then slowly as you're ready, come on back to stillness. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. And take a moment to let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so now that we've warmed up our upper body, let's come into some of the movements in the spine. So when you're ready, draw your hands in towards your hip creases. As you do, turn your gaze up towards the sky. So be careful not to throw your head back. You'll know your head's back too far if it's difficult to swallow. Stay here for a few breaths, as long as it feels comfortable. When you're ready, come on back to your neutral spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. Let your shoulders round towards your front body. Round your whole spine. On inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. Let your shoulders round towards your front body. Round your whole spine. On inhale, come on back to neutral spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. Let your shoulders round towards your front body. Round your whole spine. And slowly come on back to neutral spine. When you're ready, begin to bend from side to side. So it can be interesting to practice these gentle movements with our eyes closed. Remember your little Buddha smile. And then when you're ready, bend your elbows low in front of you, looking straight ahead, gently twist. So if you'd like to challenge yourself a little more today, bend your elbows, fingers reach in the sky. Move with your breath. And even more challenging, if you'd like to, you can bring your elbows in line with your shoulders. So gold pose, and make an audible breath. So inhale and exhale through your nose. And slowly come on back to neutral spine, float your arms down. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so maybe noticing any subtle sensations. And so trust that the sensations are there. So I just felt a bit of heat. And so let's come into modified eagle pose. So I'd like to invite you to bend your elbows, palms facing each other. Reach across, cup your elbow. And then draw your arm in towards the midline. Let the top of your shoulders soften away from your ear. Inhale, reaching up a little higher. And then if you'd like, hinging from your hips, come forward a bit. Imagine that eagle. And slowly come back up. Release your arms. And let's practice this on the other side. So elbows are bent, palms facing each other. Cup your elbow. So opposite side this time. Fingers are reaching to the sky. Draw your arm in towards the midline. Let the top of your shoulders soften away from your ear. On an inhale, maybe reaching up a little higher. And then if you like, hinging from the hips, come forward a little. So eagle pose. And release. And shake out. And so let's repose. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on your footrest or on the floor. Your sits bones are sharp on the chair. So maybe notice where your bum and your thighs are in contact with your seat. Our Buddha belly is soft, spine is long, front body is soft. Shoulders up, back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, take hold of the underside of your chair and we'll come into a side bend. So release your arm by your side, turn your palm face out. Take your hand up, your arm up and over. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck and then breathe into your rib cage. So can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? Out of the pose anytime you'd like or on my cue. And slowly pull your arm down. And we'll come into the pose on the other side. So take hold of the underside of the chair, opposite arm by your side. Spiral your palm open on inhale, reach your arm up and over. So if you have shoulder stuff going on, ideally you take your hand to your shoulder. Otherwise, explore reaching up and over. Turn your gaze down towards the floor to release your neck. And slowly come out of the pose on the side. Rest your hands on your lap. And maybe notice how that pose made you feel. So if for whatever reason today you are not doing the movements, an invitation to visualize the movement. So feel as though you are doing the physical movement. Imagination is powerful. And so let's come into a seated twist. And so for this, if you can bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance, go for it. Make sure that your knees are in line with your ankles. It's okay to have your toes turned out a little. And when you're ready, reach your hand across your outside of your, knee or your thigh. Bring your other hand beside you on the chair. Maybe you can reach behind you. And so if you have osteoarthritis, osteopenia, bulging disc, this is your pose today. You don't want to go any deeper than this. And so otherwise, on an inhale, lengthen your spine. And on exhale, go into your twist a little deeper. So our head turns last. And so eyes are closed softly, focused inward or soften your gaze. And slowly unwind. Take a moment. And we'll come into the seated twist on the other side. So as you're ready, reach your hand across the outside of your knee or thigh. Your other hand comes beside you on the chair behind you. And so you can see we're already into the twist at this point. So this might be your twist today, honoring where we are. Or you might feel that you want to go a little deeper. You inhale, lengthen your spine, exhale, twist. Our head turns last. Close your eyes softly, focus inward. Or soften your gaze. And slowly unwind. So let's rock and roll, flowing in and out of the twist. And so make sure you go into the twist on your exhale. And finish up the movement that you're on. Come back to your neutral spine. And so the twist, the side bends, pretty intense spinal movement. So we need to realign our spine. And so we can do that with a seated forward fold. And so taking hold of the underside of the chair. Hinging from the hips, rock forward. So it might be that you are lengthening and visualizing. Feel as though you're coming forward. Let your head hang slightly to release the back of your neck, and then breathe into your lower back. And slowly come out of the forward bend by pressing down through your inner heels. So it might be an energetic pressing down. Place one hand on each of your thigh. Come on back up. And so I'd like to transition into sun salutation, but before we do, let's do a practice called breath of joy. And so this is a lovely way to energize. So we can use our breath for calming our nervous system, but we can also use it consciously to energize. And so for breath of joy, it's inhale 3 times, sniffing, adding arm movements, and then we drop, big exhale. So we'll do 3 rounds. So when you're ready, here we go. Inhale, 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 and drop. So 3 sniffs in through your nostrils, and then a big exhale and drop. So inhale, 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 and drop. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and drop. Okay. So when you're ready, bring your hands together in prayer pose at your heart. Release your arms by your side, turn your palms face up. On inhale, reach up to the sky. Take a look between your palms. If it doesn't create tension in your neck, then return your gaze on the horizon. Maybe bringing our hands together in prayer down through the heart. So bowing our head to our heart gives us a little mirror flossing for our head. When ready, release your arms by your side. Spiral your palms open, soften in your elbows, nothing rigid. Reach up into mountain. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Release your arms by your side, turn your palms face up. On inhale, reach up into the mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Hinging from the hips, come forward a little. Take hold of the underside of your chair for stability. So forward fold. Pressing down through your inner heels. Place one hand on each of your thigh. Back to your neutral spine. Bring your hands together in prayer. Release your arms by your side. Turn your palms face up. On inhale, reach up to the sky. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through. Gently twist to the side. On inhale, come back center, twist to the other side. On inhale, meet back at center. Release your arms by your side, palms face up. Inhale into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the left. Gently twist, turn towards your knee, and then float your hands down over your knee. Grounding. Release your arms by your side, turn your palms face up, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the left. Turn your torso towards your knee, opposite knee this time. Float your hands down over your knee. Release your arms by your side. Inhale up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through. So let's practice one more round. Release your arms by your side. Spiral your palms open, softening your elbows, reach up into mountain. Take a look between your palms. If it doesn't create tension in your neck, then return your gaze on the horizon. Maybe our hands come together in prayer down through. Release your arms by your side, palms face up, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the left. Hinging from the hips, rock forward. Take hold of the underside of your chair for stability. Let your head hang slightly. When you're ready, press down through your inner heels, one hand on each near thigh. Out. Bring your hands together at your foot. Release your arms by your side, palms face up, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through the. Gently twist to the side. Inhale, come back center, gently twist to the other side. On inhale, come back center. Release your arms by your side, palms face up, reach up to the sky. Hands come together in prayer down through. Turn your torso towards your knee, and then float your hands down. One back center, arms by your side, reach up into mountain. Hands come together in prayer down through. Turn your torso towards your opposite knee. Float your hands down. Arms by our side, palms face up. Reach up to the sky. Hands come together in prayer down through. Rest one hand on your Buddha belly, the other on your heart center. And take a rest. Reach across, place one hand in your armpit, the other on your shoulder. Draw up your chin towards your chest, round your spine. And this is an I love me bear. Remember which arm is on top. Inhale, send your arms up and away. So we can imagine we're sending everyone a virtual hug. And switch sides this time. So bring your hand to your armpit, other hand on your shoulder. Drop your chin towards your chest, around your spine. And notice how it feels to have your hands in this position. And then when ready, come on, seated comfortably back in your chair in preparation for a practice called palming. So palming is a lovely practice that we can do to help relieve headaches, eye strain. And so if you happen to have a blanket, you can place it in your lap, go for it, maybe a pillow. And so sitting comfortably, effortlessly upright, bring your hands together, rub your palms vigorously. We want to energize our hands, warm up our hands. If you're wearing glasses, you'll want to remove your glasses for this, possibly. And then an invitation to bring your hands cupping your eyes. So we're not putting pressure directly on our eyeballs. It's cupping our eyes slightly. And if it doesn't create anxiety, close your eyes softly and let the warmth of your hands soften behind your eyes. And we'll stay here for a few breaths or as long as feels comfortable. Shift your eyes from side to side and balance your brain. Rest your hands down on your thighs and your knees. And so let's transition into guided meditation. And so today the meditation is by Thich Nhat Hanh, a Zen Buddhist monk who is beloved by many. And so I'd like to invite you to bring your hands into whatever mudra you'd like. So the two that I've shared often, one would be to rest your one hand in the other, thumbs connect. And so the other would be Yana mudra. So it might be your index fingers, thumbs pressed into each other, your other three fingers extended. Or actually I'll add a third one. So a third one might be with your hands resting palms face down. And then an invitation to draw your hands in towards your hip creases. Look down and into your heart, see what you can see. And then imagine that you're breathing into your heart. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Come into whatever comfortable seated position you'd like for your final relaxation. And so make sure you have what you need to stay warm. If you have the ability to recline in your chair, go for it. Make sure that your head and neck is supported. And so I think I'm going to turn the light down for this piece. And so roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. So we're not scrunching our shoulder blades together, but allowing our shoulders to soften away from our. Rest your hands on your thighs, palm face up or down as desired. Close your eyes softly if that feels comfortable for you, or soften your gaze. Soft Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Soft palms, quiet breath. Allow your breath to reflect the pose. Relax your jaw and clench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, say let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. It's challenging to quiet the mind. Placing our hands on our Buddha belly, bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. So without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet, waking up. Rub the tips of your fingers with your thumbs if you like. And come on up seated comfortably to finish up your yoga practice. Thank you. So notice how you feel before and after your yoga practice. Questions or feedback, I'd love a few moments for us to have a little chat if you'd like. And so I'm going to move in closer.
As usual, I appreciate your guidance in the yoga class. And I really like the one where you inhaled up, put our arms up and over our head and stretched. I really feel the stretch in my muscles. That was a good stretch. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, not to
That was new.
great for our lungs too. Yeah, thanks.
So thank you.
I like those 3 new movements at the beginning, Bobbie. I can't remember the first 2, but the third one was just opening up our chest and then hugging.
Yeah.
I don't remember the first 2.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to teach them more often at the front end of the class, as long as COVID's out there. We can't do, too much. So, so often we're focused on what not to do. So that's a practice that my teachers from India suggested. That's something we can do.
Right.
Okay.
What a gift. So yeah, it occurred to me. I'd like to teach it more and more. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was a great class. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, Bobbie. Much enjoyed.
You're welcome, Josie. Bye, Jen.
At the end, when we're doing the guided meditation,
Yeah.
like, is it instead of doing the mudra, can we do the one hand on the Buddha belly and one on the heart?
Oh, totally.
Because I really
Yeah.
love that feeling.
Aw.
So
Well, yeah.
I
It's
just find my hands slip because I don't have good sensation. So
right.
they won't even be together anymore.
Oh,
So,
yeah. No, that's a lovely alternative for
Okay.
sure.
yeah. And I also noticed, like, today, because I did the class yesterday,
Mhm.
and I'm so much less stiff.
Oh, that's so great.
It's amazing, really, So I really am grateful for classes.
Aw. Well, I'm grateful. I really appreciate that I have the opportunity to share the practice with you. And kudos to the Disability Foundation and ConnecTogether for providing the opportunity for us to be able to do this online. And yeah, for my tech host who's behind the scenes.
Yeah, movement is just so key. And different movement, right? Than what you do every day. So that's why yoga works.
Yeah.
So thank you. Okay.
All right. I'll see y'all again soon, maybe on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. That leaves the 2 of us.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
See you next week.
All right. Thanks again.
Bye.